Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be making a sourdough pumpernickel bagels. Pumpernickel is a typically dense, slightly sweet rye bread traditionally made with sourdough and coarsely ground rye. If you like rye flavored breads, you should enjoy these bagels. I hope you will try them. So to our dry ingredients bowl, we're going to add 125 grams of bread flour or all-purpose unbleached flour. Next, we will be adding 75 grams of rye flour. Next, we are going to add 50 grams of whole wheat flour. Almost there. The next thing we're going to add to our dry ingredients bowl, 2.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And next we're going to add 1 teaspoon of caraway seeds. One teaspoon of fennel seeds, and 1 teaspoon of anise seeds. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, sorry guys. And then lastly, to the dry ingredients bowl, we're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of salt. Just let me clean this up. There we go. Okay, we're back and now we're going to prepare the wet ingredients in this bowl. So the first thing we're going to add is 65 grams of cold water. Okay. The next thing we are adding to our bowl is 250 grams of active fed sourdough starter. So now I've stirred the sourdough starter and the water together. We're going to add 1 egg white to our wet ingredients bowl. Next, we're going to add 15 grams of oil of choice. I'm just going to go off camera and stir this together. I find it can get a little bit noisy for you all. So I'll be back in a minute. So I've stirred all the wet ingredients together. I am just going to get the dry ingredients bowl now and add those ingredients into this bowl. Now I just want to grab a spatula and I'm going to run underneath some water here. And I'm going to bring the dough together with the spatula as far as I can until the dough gets too stiff. And then I will switch over to my gloved hand, getting the glove wet, of course. So here we go. Okay, get pretty much there. So let's just get all the extra dough off the spatula. Just going to get my glove wet and I'm going to get in here and mix with my gloved hand. So just squeezing, stirring around in a circle. You'll gather up all the dry bits this way. I'm just going to continue on stirring, bring the dough together, and I'll be back once I have that formed. So I've brought the dough together as much as I can now. I'm just going to bring it out onto my work surface. Now this dough is a lot more dense than the regular bagels I've showed you before. So we're going to go straight into the kneading with this dough, and we're going to knead the dough for 7 minutes. Now I'm not going to make you watch the whole 7 minutes of kneading, so I will knead this dough and I will be back when I get to the 7-minute mark. Okay, so we're back. So the dough has really come together very nicely. So this bagel, we're going to cover it right now, let it rest for 15 minutes, and we'll be back for the next step. So we're back. Our dough has rested for 15 minutes. We're going to get the total dough weight of the dough now. Let's tear out the scale here. Looks like we have 644 grams today. We're going to divide it by 5 for the amount of bagels that we're making. That'll be 128 grams each. So I've divided the dough into the 5 pieces. I'm just shaping them now. Once again, bring the dough in on itself, flipping it over, and gently rounding it by pressing it against the board for resistance. Okay, that looks great. And we're just going to let these rest again covered for 15 minutes. So our dough is rested for 15 minutes and we're just going to go right into shaping our bagels. I'm going to show you 2 examples. So the hole in the middle, just lightly shape around. hole in the middle. So once again, hole in the middle, spinning very gently. Just going to round it up with our fingers a little bit more. I'm going to finish the 5 bagels. I'm going to place them in a lightly oiled container with the lid on. I'm going to leave them out for about an hour on the counter and then into the fridge overnight, and I'll see you in the morning. Hi, good morning. This is day 2. We just bring our water up to boil for our pumpernickel bagels, and I'm just going to grab them now. Hi, so we've got our bagels in the water and we're boiling them for 1 minute on this side. Hi everyone, so we're just going to flip over our bagels now. We're going to boil them for another minute and 30 seconds on the second side. Ooh, a little steamy, sorry about that. And then we will move them over to the rack to drain. So we have moved our bagels over to the rack to drain. The oven has been preheated to 425 degrees. And we're going to bake our bagels for 12 minutes. Then we will rotate the tray. I will turn the oven to 360. We will bake it for 10 minutes more. And your bagels are done when you check them, and the internal temperature is 195 or above. And I'm going to do that now, and I'll be back when they are baked. So our bagels are done. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please give us a thumbs up if you did. I hope you will give the bagels a try and let us know how you like them.